Hello, welcome to our lesson number one. First chapter. Let's talk about your essential role as the IT service delivery manager. You have the most critical leadership position that ensures seamless connection between technology and business strategy. You will have to align IT service with organizational goals, which maintains high quality service levels and define and track performance metrics. What are you going to do during the performance metrics? You will have those key performance indicators, or we call them as a PI. They measure the progress towards a goal and metrics that provides the data to support decision and improvements. For example, a key PI could be a decrease of IT disruption or IT incidents by 10% in a month, a quarter, or year, or to increase customer satisfaction by 20%. In the end of each month, you will be measuring if an improvement is required or simply set another goal to hit another level of objective. Then, what you're going to do, you need to communicate those goals and metrics to the stakeholders, which you will need to build a strong communication. You will have to proactively report incidents and disruptions. And this is very, very important. Make sure that communication between departments is one of the most crucial in your role. Let me give you an example on the most of industries challenges is the lack of communications. External customers sometimes they find out they have an incident without being proactively communicated in advance. Put yourself on a customer's shoes. You get into the office or even at home, log in your computer, and boom, your email or Gmail does not open up because on the background, technically, they had an issue. Had that been communicated to you beforehand, your frustration would be lowered because you already know that or you expected like not to have your Gmail or your services available. So as IT service delivery manager, your most critical function is communicating internally and externally. You will be helping the business to understand what IT operation needs, and on the vice versa, you will help the IT operation understand what the business needs. So, communication is the key, or let's say, communication is the secret of a best relationship. Whether you are on a marriage, on a friendship, but overall, here we are talking about on your organization, you are the IT service delivery manager. Communication is key to succeed in your role. In this chapter, you will learn and understand what the service level agreement is all about. A service level agreement, or what we call SLA, is a contract between a service provider and its customers that documents what service the provider will furnish and defines the service standards that the provider is obligated to meet. For example, everybody knows the call centers. We make a phone calls and we don't know what is the service level agreements that happens with the users, but between business to business, those SLAs are very straight. They can put up an example saying, I want my calls to be answered within 5 seconds after ringing or less than a minute. Those are the standards that were set within the agreements of a data center, which is the provider, and the customers. And as a service delivery manager, your role, as we said on a previous chapter, you will be tracking those performance on a monthly basis or on a quarter. How many calls last month were answered within 5 seconds? 1,000? 2,000? Have we got all the calls within 5 seconds? Yes. Hey, celebration and success. Have we gone over 5 seconds? Then we need an improvement. Nevertheless, depending on what was the SLA with the customer, you will have to communicate as we said previously, communication is the key of success. Those standards or those SLAs you will be reviewing with your internal team or with external teams, depending on how the standards were set. But at the end of the day, those SLAs, those metrics, you need to put them on a reporting, on a dashboards, or even you use like a scorecards, which is simply to take a look saying, hey, these are targets of on the monthly targets are, oh, we under 1,000 calls, we have met our target, which we answered like within 5 seconds. Or you will be showing how many calls went over 5 seconds. If they went over 5 seconds, for sure, an improvement automatically goals needs to be set, and you will be providing what is the remediation plan. The bottom line here on SLA, for your understanding, and let's conclude, is to manage service agreements like setting clear goals and tracking those key metrics and constantly talking with stakeholders to keep IT and business teams aligned. This is what we call service level agreement. Hello and welcome to our lesson number 3 about one of the roles to optimize the services and what an IT service delivery manager should do in order to optimize the service within a company. You need to know that an effective service delivery manager job is to always find improvements. As we spoke about the SLAs, which is the service level agreement, to ensure that any agreement between customers and the business, those service levels, they need to be met. And as you know, depending on how the services are progressing, the objective and the goal is always to get better. As a service delivery manager, we tend to, or the objective is to optimize those services, is to improve those services. Here we will talk about what type of optimization that you need to concentrate as the service delivery manager. What do you need to do? Or what do you need to concentrate those services? So first, let's look about the people and all the resources. And when we talk about the resources, it's not only about the people. We are talking about the infrastructure components. We are talking about technology. We are talking about financial resources, which is one of the most important part. Are we spending enough? How about our operational expenditures? Are they in time? How's our budget? Because as you know, any company that has IT operation, it is very costly. Let me give you an example. You have to constantly look at the market, the prices, software prices, licensing prices, all that when it comes to the financial resources, it has to keep on your mind as IT service delivery manager, like how you want to do lean saving, and how you can, and this is lean saving is one of the what I can say, the roles for you to shine. If you present on every quarter to your business how much you saved, how much you cut, to streamline the business to get better, you are shining as the best ITSM, because now you are reducing costs and still always keeping the standard of delivering like the high quality services. What else you can optimize within the IT operations as a service delivery manager? Process automation. As you know, we have new technologies are coming every single day, and you have heard now about artificial intelligence, machine learning. Why do they exist? Is because instead of like doing repetitive tasks on a daily basis, let's put up an automations in order to reduce mistakes, in order to reduce staffing, and you don't have to worry about that. But this is putting an automation. It will the advantage of an organization having an automation. First, you will have a quick service. Second, less errors, and third, you are part of a new technology, right? So AI, and we have cloud technologies. What is about the cloud technology is today, instead of you managing your own data center, hey, pay Google, pay Amazon, pay Microsoft. They will manage the infrastructure that you supposed to manage. You will be streamlining those type of services and cost and even headaches. Let me give a quick example on why your organization need to go to the cloud. You don't have to worry about the infrastructure. You don't have to worry about the licenses on that infrastructure. You don't have to buy servers anymore. You don't have to worry about security patching because the cloud service provider will take care of it. And you don't have to worry about the memory. You don't have to worry about the storage. On the legacy, you have to buy a new server because you don't have storage anymore because more business are coming in, which is good for you. See the advantage? So by going through the cloud, you're already optimizing your services. You're saving money. You're going to reduce incidents because on the cloud you can do failover services because Amazon, Google, all those cloud providers, they have multiple data centers. Very crucial in terms of automation. What else you can do as the IT service delivery manager to optimize the services and to be part of the new trending business models 2025? Capacity planning. Anybody who doesn't predict the future anymore in technology, I think is behind technology because, as you know, technology is evolving every single day. So you gotta make sure that you are ready for tomorrow. As the IT service delivery manager, make sure that you are tracking on what you have right now. I spoke about the storage and memory. All that you have to make sure, like you have to talk with the salespeople. Maybe they are selling. Do you have enough capacity to sustain the sales, to handle the sales, to handle the storage? Because there's a lot of data coming in. All that has to be part of the capacity planning. And my experience on the multiple companies, one of the gaps I have seen is the silos working. The accounting, the sales, the marketing, they do not contact the engineering team to ensure before selling the product, do we have enough capacity to deliver? As the IT service delivery manager, this is where you come to shine because you are the middleman. The salesman can always talk to you to say, hey, what's going on? I'm calling a new customer is bringing in like 1 million of a new data files. Do we have enough capacity? Oh, we don't, but you don't want to let that customers to go. What are you going to do? Let's go back to process automations. Maybe let's sign up to the cloud to handle millions and millions of files. As IT service delivery manager, you have to adapt that quickly to change because otherwise you're going to stay behind. And I know you won't be behind because that's why you want to become the IT service delivery manager.